Hey yo, first and foremost, shout out to Lamont Roach and Tank. That was a great fight. I enjoyed it. But yo, I'm making this video because for the whole build-up, y'all were killing me over my victory over Lamont, saying that he wasn't worthy of the Tank fight. But at the end of the day, I don't care what y'all say. I got that W. That's all I'm saying. I got that.
The boxing world is buzzing with reactions to the intense showdown between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. Here are some of the most jaw-dropping responses to the fight. Lamont Roach is no stranger to Gervonta Davis. The two first clashed in the amateur ranks, creating a history that added extra intrigue to their recent showdown. Roach's father and trainer, Lamont Roach Sr., has watched Davis rise to boxing superstardom, but past familiarity meant little in the lead-up to this fight. Tensions were high and the atmosphere was electric. "My mindset is to beat him," Roach told Boxing Scene before the fight. He won his title in November 2023, defeating Hector Luis Garcia on the undercard of David Benavidez's victory over Demetrius Andrade. Roach then defended his belt against Feargal McCrory on ProBox TV before earning a career-defining opportunity against Davis. "This camp is different because I feel like they're counting me out," Roach admitted. His determination only intensified after former undisputed champion Terence Crawford weighed in, suggesting that only his close friend Shakur Stevenson and stablemate Keyshawn Davis had the skill to hand Davis a real defeat. Davis, known for his devastating finishing power, had stopped Frank Martin in his only 2024 fight, following a knockout victory over Ryan Garcia the previous year. Roach faced a daunting challenge, but so did Muhammad Ali when he fought George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle, a fight that became legendary. Embracing the moment, Roach boldly declared, "Roses are red, violets are blue." March 1st. Sounds like "and the new." This fight wasn't just another title defense for Davis or another challenge for Roach, it was personal. Their rivalry dated back to 2011 when Davis defeated Roach twice as an amateur. Now, over a decade later, Roach was hungry for redemption. But Davis wasn't one to back down, especially when the trash talk started. He fired back, "Roses are red, violets are blue. March 1st sounds like, don't worry baby, you'll be home soon from the hospital." Fans quickly jumped in, reacting with excitement, skepticism, and everything in between. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford's comments stirred the pot even more. While discussing the lightweight division, he hinted that a potential showdown between Davis and either Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis was inevitable. When asked about a possible title unification, Crawford shrugged and said, "Whoever." He then added, "Tank knows what he's up against when he fights Shakur or Keyshawn." Criticism of Davis's past opponents resurfaced, with Crawford arguing that they lacked the mental toughness to keep up with him for an entire fight. "They might have a little skill here and there, but mentally, they're not going to be able to sustain it," he said. So, was Roach on that same list? Crawford didn't mention him, but he made it clear. He believed Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis would be the ones to finally hand Tank his first defeat.
I said it on Twitter, it went viral when I said the top 5 thing. A lot of people agreed, a lot of people disagreed. Tank said I was a meat lover. He came in, he was like, "Oh, this guy, you a meat lover."
But Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. If Tank get to pick his opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Former champion Mikey Garcia shared his thoughts on the showdown between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach in an interview with Fight Hub TV. While analyzing the matchup, Garcia also explained why a potential Davis vs. Shakur Stevenson fight doesn't excite him, despite its significance as a high-stakes lightweight unification bout. Before the fight, Garcia praised Davis, calling him one of the very best fighters in the lightweight division. He added, "I don't think Roach is a huge threat for Tank. Tank is very talented, very skilled, and very experienced at this point. He's seen almost every style out there and his power is tremendous. He has that knockout ability and the confidence to use it." Garcia doubled down on his stance, stating, It's hard to bet against Tank. No disrespect to Roach, but Tank is a beast. He's proven it time and time again, and I believe he'll win this fight too. When discussing Stevenson, Garcia acknowledged his elite skill set. His movement, defense, and speed make him a master of the hit and don't get hit philosophy. However, Stevenson's recent performances have drawn criticism for lacking excitement. Despite his technical brilliance, Garcia admitted he isn't particularly interested in a Davis-Stevenson matchup. Shakur Stevenson is an incredible fighter. Great footwork, speed, reflexes, counter-punching ability. He's one of the very best, Garcia said. But I'm not a fan of that fight. Shakur fights his fight no matter what, regardless of what fans or critics want to see. Winning is winning for him. While Garcia respected Stevenson's skills, he preferred matchups that promised more action. He pointed to Vasily Lomachenko as a more compelling opponent for Davis, believing the Ukrainian legend, despite his slick movement and reflexes, was more willing to engage in a firefight. A fight with Shakur Stevenson would be dull, not as exciting. Going to have trouble landing big fights unless he tweaks his style and shows more aggression, Garcia explained. Until then, I don't think Tank or any serious threat will fight him. Shakur is a great fighter, but not a great fighter for the fans. Enter Gervonta "Tank" Davis, a knockout artist whose fights rarely reach the final bell.